In February 2017, there was a major shakeup at the BWA. The authority welcomed a new general manager, Keithroy Halliday, a man with a wealth of experience managing entities of this nature. He was charged with rolling out a new strategic plan under a revised management structure. Giving an on-the-job assessment, Mr. Halliday says while there have been success stories to date, there's still much to be done.
For instance, the IDD project dealt with the water sanitation and sewage upgrades, and that was roughly 55 million. A good portion of that was used to change 79 kilometers of mains, and we have a roughly 2,500 kilometers of mains, most of which still requires changing or repair. And every time you change an area or any set of mains, the other areas that are next in line that are weaker then become problematic. It's like every time we have an outage and the system becomes depressurized, and then you pressurize it again, you'll find that you have an abundance of leaks here and there because the system is being tested, the system is being pressured, and it is not as robust in all of the areas that we would like it to be. That's going to take time. We're never going to be able to replace all of the mains, not in my lifetime, and I suspect not in yours. It's just too costly. But what we need to do is to manage it. And unless we develop and know and put the tools in place to manage it, we're not going to be able to reduce our non-revenue water or leaks, as most people know it loosely, as effectively as we should. So there are several elements to the business that prove to be challenging, but as long as you can put it in a particular framework and develop the right approaches, we will get there. And we have been steadily doing that. We've been looking at performance management systems to see where we need to go. We have to have some discussions with the constituents or the various stakeholders to push that forward. We have to examine whether or not the utility as a company needs to go on a 24-hour system. We have to examine how we can improve our response time. We have to examine how do we continue to boost our customer service. There have been some improvement, but there's still a lot more to be done. We have to examine how we can reduce our non-revenue water, which are amounting to physical losses as well as revenue losses. We have done a lot in terms of our IT systems. The IT systems have changed just when I came in, and over the last several months we've managed to systematically improve it. We've gone from the 2 pages to a 1-page bill. We're looking at reducing the receipt. We've cleaned up a lot of the inaccuracies in some of the bills that would have happened due to system errors. We're trying to move to the stage where we can eliminate what we call meter reader errors, because we have smart meters in place, and therefore we'll be able to do drive-bys or walk-bys to pull the necessary information. We have installed roughly 82,000 meters so far. We have another 25,000 smart meters to go. We believe once that's firmly in place, and these are very reliable meters. I know initially there were some challenges about the hydrous and whether there was lead in it and so on. I believe that those issues were suitably dealt with. They are very reliable. I'm very comfortable with what I've seen based on the documentation and evidence so far. That alone as a project, a major project, is going to place the BWA where it needs to be.
Now the BWA has many programs which are being rolled out as we speak. Several reservoirs are set to be replaced. More mains replacement and major desalination plants are also in the pipeline to ensure water security here in Barbados. But he says that funding is key.
We have to choose carefully. We cannot do everything on a loan basis because it stresses our finance. So outside of our operational activities, we have to manage carefully how we engage in additional finance investment or additional financial activities, because there's only so much your cash flow can do. And of course, we all know that there on stream is the installation of 1 or 2 desalination plants, and we have no choice but to pursue that because we must augment the water supply.
Thank you for watching Water Wednesdays. To view this or a previous episode again, please visit the BWA's website, www.barbadoswaterauthority.com, or you can go to YouTube and type in Water Wednesdays.